Hello, good evening. It's another evening for news bulletin here in our studios at Adoa Television. My name is Reginald Adi. I'll be your humble servant dishing you with some news headlines from now until 6:45. The news is proudly brought to you by Aztec Roofing Sheets and Cooking Utensils, Mega Purified Water, and Blue City Fashion Makers. And coming up in our bulletin tonight, the Minister-designate for Works and Housing, Madam Frida Prempeh, during her vetting, has outlined some strategies that will be implemented by ministry to facilitate the development of the sector. Now, in other local stories, fisher folk at the Jamestown beach say under no circumstance will they allow anyone foreign of a Guinean nationality to engage in light fishing. And in business, the Chartered Institute of Bankers Ghana, CIB, have told bankers to keep their brand promises and not just concentrate on their profits. And remember, we're streaming live on Facebook at Adoatv Ghana. Now, let's go into some details. The Works and Housing Minister-designate Frida Prempeh has outlined some methods that can be employed by the government to facilitate development in the sector. Speaking on how to achieve the country's affordable housing projects, the Tano North Member of Parliament noted that a well-tailored budget for housing ministry can be rolled out to boost the growth of the industry.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. As I indicated earlier, I think that the way to go is to set up the housing fund, look for sources of funding into the fund, and also incorporate other models from other African countries. In Kenya, for instance, under the Shelter Afrique program, Shelter Afrique is a financial institution that seeks to support other African countries. Unfortunately, Ghana is rated third on that list. Kenya is first, Nigeria second, and Ghana third. And as I sit here, I can confidently say on authority that through Shelter Afrique, some of our private investors have been supported with funding. I can make mention of Rehoboth and some other banks like Ghana Home Loans. They've all been supported. So we can tap into the Shelter Afrique program, and we can look for other sources of funding, concessionary loans and all that, to support the housing industry. And I would also want to propose that I think as a ministry, we need a budget for housing itself, a real budget for housing. Because housing, you all agree with me, is a capital intensive area, looking at land, looking at other resources, building materials and all that. If we have that kind of budget at the ministry, I think we'll be able to roll out a number of houses, in addition to the housing fund, leveraging on the pension scheme.
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240 926 564 Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emils Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
Numun super na wanya pomuden. Se wo ba numun so a, hwe hu ni se eye mega purified mineral water. Eye nso a yetu ni baby pa. Asaso ni so se kroje. Se wonya mega purified mineral water bogu ubu a, wo see you manumun super. Mega mineral water de edanso. Esan say the modern technology so na ye. Ede ne nkabia ni atri. Mega purified mineral water. Bacteria na mhenu aberem. Eye very hygienic. Obia di wadanse. Mega mineral water neatly packaged with 500 ml bottles mu. Na wani bosua na ukon donsio. Wobanya mega purified mineral water to bebia. To phone call Dodo wa Amount 40 Junction. And now for 050-7055-409 and now 055-392-1088. Mega purified mineral water. Akona kono.
Ago, good people of Ghana. Here are some safety measures on prevention of coronavirus. 1. Cover your mouth with tissue when you cough or sneeze. Dispose of tissue into a bin immediately you cough into it and wash your hands with soap and running water. Avoid shaking hands and use sanitizers as often as you can. Signs and symptoms of coronavirus include fever, cough, sneezing, and difficulty in breathing. Should you experience any of these, or for more inquiries, please contact 0558 439 868. That's 0558 439 868. Or call 0509 497 700. That's 0509 497 700.
Remember to always wash your hands with soap and running water.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, the Ghana Health Service, and partners.
Thanks for staying with us and welcome back. You're still watching the evening news here on Adoatv. Now let's move on to other stories. And the Minister Designate for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Dr. Ibrahim Awal Muhammad, has been vetted by the Appointment Committee of the 8th Parliament of Ghana. The Minister Designate will replace Barbara Oting-Jesse as the newly appointed Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture when approved by the vetting committee. Speaking on the floor of Parliament on Thursday, 25th February 2021, Dr. Awal stated that a project worth 50 million Ghana cedis will be implemented to help the sector amid the COVID-19 pandemic crisis.
Congratulate you on your nomination as the Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture. I think that if this committee approves you, and then the plenary accepts, you would be assuming office at a time when the tourism sector is very severely challenged, especially with this COVID pandemic that we have with us. Now, that's going to be a very big challenge for you as a minister, but knowing you as a successful businessman, I believe you have some ideas how to, sustain the sector. Can you share some of these ideas with the committee on how to make tourism sector very attractive in the midst of the pandemic? Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The tourism sector has been most impacted with this pandemic. As of last month, $1.3 trillion have been lost to the sector. In Ghana, the loss is estimated to be about 6 billion cedis. Everybody with the value chain has been affected. The National Board of Small-Scale Industries has done something in terms of government support. It's certainly not enough. What we intend is to make proper impact assessment, which GTA is already doing, to look at what we can do. There are 2 things we intend to do. We intend to build the capacity of the players in the tourist sector, to also give them business ideas. That's one. It's very important for us to build our capacity, and there are many of them. And to intend to provide funding. The chance to speak today, we are already arranging, if given or not, to conclude 50 million city facility to help those in the sector. And those help to build our capacity and to give them money, prepare them for the COVID. The chairman, anytime there's a catastrophe, after catastrophe, tourism surges around the world. Second World War is an example. Anytime it's after a pandemic, there's a surge in tourism. We want to use the downtime now to prepare our people, build their capacity, give them funding, like I said, 50 million cities already being worked out. So that they can build, and most of them are also women. 50% of all the industry are women. We need to build the capacity and make sure that they can deliver. From being just less entrepreneurs to opportunity entrepreneurs. So that's why I want to do this downtime. So I find that a lot of vaccination going on. We are hoping that by the end of this year, travel and activities will pick up. And we'll prepare our people for that. Thank you.
Still on the vetting, the Youth and Sports Minister designate Mustafa Yusuf, speaking before the same appointments committee during his vetting, said that government will take advantage of the 2023 African Games to establish a university for sports development in Ghana. He said the university will help uplift the image of sports by training athletes and sports personalities such as referees and coaches in the country. Now, according to him, this facility will be the first in West Africa and second in Africa as a whole. He further disclosed that plans are far advanced to revive the sports college in Winneba, and the said facility is, however, yet to commence.
Mr. Chairman, yes, the country had the opportunity in 2018 to host the African Games come 2023. But His Excellency the President has since inaugurated the local organizing committee. And the local organizing committee, as part of my preparation towards this August House, I've met them for briefings. They have started setting up subcommittees to look at how human capital development, because the idea is that we don't just want to host the African Cup of Nations without winning medals. So we have, apart from that, they are also setting up a subcommittee to look at the infrastructure development. We are going to put up, given the opportunity, an Olympic village. And the Olympic village will come with facilities which, after the Games, will be served as a university for sports development. So, Mr. Chairman, yes, we are very focused. Government is committed to host the best ever African Games in the country.
What did you say, University for Sports Development? Is that the plan of the ministry?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, that's the plan of the ministry per the briefing I've gotten. And even when His Excellency the President was inaugurating the local organizing committee, the President made an emphatic statement that after the Games, we will use the facility to establish a university for sports development. That will be the second university in the whole of Africa. And in Africa...
We had one at Winneba. What happened to it? Is that the same thing, the one at Winneba?
The one at Winneba, this is going to be an entirely new facility that we are going to put up for the Games. But after the Games, we have to utilize the facilities. And the government policy is that we will turn the facility into a university for sports development. And the idea is that the whole of West Africa, we have no such university. What we have currently is a college, university college, a college in Winneba. But we want to use this opportunity that we have gotten as a country to set up a university which will be the second in the whole of Africa. That's the policy direction of government. Per the briefing I got, there is a process ongoing to establish a sports development fund. So we are working on it. But also, most importantly, is the regulation for the Act 934, because the processes also have started to give opportunity to the authority to be able to get more funding, commercialize sports for their revenue generation. So yes, to answer the question, there is plans are far advanced per the briefings I've got, because there is a cabinet memo that has been sent on the Sports Development Fund.
Poor nature of roads, carelessness on the parts of road users, faulty vehicles, stress, unskilled drivers, inadequate or worn-out road signs, inefficient MTTU personnel, overspeeding, lack of education, drunk driving, and gross indiscipline. These are accounted for as causes of accidents. Rickety vehicles and worse conditions of these vehicles could add salt to injury, resulting in unfortunate incidents. The following report has some more details.
This film was recorded in secret, as most of its content is the hard truth, known yet neglected by all. Those who dare to speak about it stands the chance of physical attack, as the perpetrators are also heroes of the day. An estimated 7 out of 10 of Ghana's workforce fall within the circle of low and middle income earners, with the country's minimum wage standing at 9 Ghana cedis 10 pesos to 10 Ghana cedis 19 pesos per day. This means one is likely to earn between 189 Ghana cedis to 200 Ghana cedi if he or she is on a minimum wage. This makes it close to impossible to purchase a private car with all expenses one has to cover within a month. This story is aimed at unveiling the unspeakable horror experienced by users of trotro and commercial taxis on a daily basis. I covered this film while I took turns to join different trotros in Accra to explore the traveling conditions. I was shocked to realize that I literally could see the asphalt-coated road from where I sat, as this car had close to what I call a rift in it, just in front of the passenger's seat beside the driver. This footage also shows the trotro, which has almost all of its interior ripped out and producing excessive heat as its battery was situated next to the driver. Yet, he seemed unperturbed as he blasted loud music from the newly acquired car tape planted on a skeleton dashboard. That notwithstanding, this mode of transport has played a major role in stabilizing our economy from the angle of how economical it is. Some people argue that this mode of transport is a way to exploit people, or in other words, an enemy in disguise. A simple mathematics could prove this point. A trotro from Circle to Dome, as of the time this recording was made, was 3 Ghana cedis. However, with the same vehicle, if one opts to alight at Achimota Melcom, he or she would have to pay 2 Ghana cedis, which in simple terms sounds wrong, as this point is just approximately 40% of the entire trip. This diffuses the entire point of it being economical. The Kolebu station master tells us how they deal with rickety cars in the station.
Here can a boy inside in the body in a city no be anything as I jicano. Neje ties in as a can of coconso. Oh, the banner here, work at the body west. No sissy can as over.
A dear Indian as a walker who bit me as a sad deal with you. And no name car we ain't qualified to be
body in your info. Sitting in your info. Ye general never started to be any angel.
Many car BCC, I mean, dear Mishi. I said, who not dear no near dear no a room. But move my demon as fit, say a better pine. A dear dinner, the car put say, I would get to. Maybe I need to say, but I'm not to say. Then I'm looking at the rest of the
oh, Castle Senator, man, the time say, called body west. No con count, catch say. You were town better with the kind of body west. It's all you are out to me. I can't know who means the kind of roach in but Sana Yeno. Oh, yeah, you don't talk about the west.
Car battery, you say, a new sometimes cars you are in the battery, Mr. Kunyanase, they produce heat. If you grab a new hay, nine crack out to the S. No, Musa, engine, but you want button to be sure.
I think you go be na do tino e bi o wa no mo yin se no dey cover a hye no so but the side o no na ho no to kru bi ani ho na no be side ho say no dey war cover no
na adan na say the shafa okay ho no mo mo bia na ho na ka the next thing
na be
inconvenience passengers no
asie ho no tete bi na nipa na se ho no city na se ho no to kru da ho o betumi ho no mo dey hye a dey cover no.
As boarding trotro in Ghana is a necessary evil, being vigilant and keen is one good way to stay safe. For Adoatv, I am Emmanuel Wilson.
Well, may we all stay safe. Now, light fishing is a worry for most fishing folk all around the country. And the outbreak of COVID-19 has kept this issue and the RAP's law governing the activity are not effectively enforced. Now, fishing folk at the Jamestown Artisanal Landing site, speaking to Adoa News, stated explicitly that light fishing activity is not encouraged by leaders of the beach.
Light fishing involves the use of lights attached to structures above water or suspended underwater to attract fish to specific areas and facilitate harvesting. This method has been one of the most advanced and successful means employed in some types of fisheries in the world today. Here in Ghana, light fishing is a worry to most peasant fisherfolks, and they classify the activity as an action to deteriorate aquatic life, despite the fact that Regulation 11(1) of the 2010 Fisheries Regulations, which states that the use of light as a method to aggregate fish is prohibited in Ghana's waters. The outbreak of COVID-19 has also made the issue of light fishing have a little interest for scrutiny and discussion on the side of fishermen and fishmongers because of the current national focus on the health sector. The Jamestown Artisanal Landing site is one of the fishing sites known for its long years of fish buying. Fisherfolks here claim the light fishing activity is not allowed and encouraged, and even if other places are sticking to it, they are not ready because the light fishing activity is not allowed and encouraged here, and even if other places are sticking to it, they are not because of the effect on the fishes and the fishermen.
No, concerning light fishing, Jamestown Beach, my friend, my beach friend beach, buffet light fishing. You come to a when you go watch on the wall, you encourage you na kind beer.
Light fishing, if you me Fiona Menase, Jaka Olishka, she will lay fat in you. Is she chomoji? Coke, like take below, lower channel, ejo. If you're weak, lower bewale, or call your Naiwale Kuyemi. I will not buy you come and she cock a machine 1 hour, lower fair week. A coin machine, one again, won't be an armor, I am Mashikata and the Ponimas. Shall me like a Jamaica, a channel by Major. No cafe, Ake was more than Lugia beer. I've been away to be in Chombaja was Moshka. Only no Jishka. She, if you are Tonica, Tomokelu, I will Lu 30, life is Sheba, 60, alo 90. Ni if you are to low fair, who you know me. Ni waka jichelnati mwe analo wo life sheji no ko apa ibanye wabo pe she iwa mam wo kan yiwo mu na keshi ka fi wa na shika moshi iwa mam na wo ta no ko ni banye wo ni wo no bi ni ba fe ba ni na ne keni ne no an wo fe bi ne.
Thank you.
It's a matter of you wanted to be a rich man within a short time. We normally don't entertain those things. We are thinking about future generation to come. So we don't encourage it. And let me put it straight that it's a poisonous. Immediately you brought the fish from the sea. In fact, it takes some time before they came. It can take you about 45 minutes before you reach the offshore. Then after that, you remove the fish, sell to the people. When it's there, you have to work on it fast. Other than that, the fish will become very weak because they are weak already. That's why you get them plenty. Anytime you wanted to cut like 30 boxes, you get more than 30 boxes, like 90. So you get more money, but you are killing people gradually. Yeah, so we don't entertain it.
we are still on the issue of light fishing, and I have to get to let me get closer to some fisher folks here to get more info from them. So come with me as I speak to them. No more fine. Good morning.
Morning.
Fine. Adoatv. About light fishing and no. Because Jamestown fishing site small na kind of
small like was small light she strong aga chin was small ji light e gba won show na what you want fe da no yo no fe to mo go ni abi wa na pe na asu o but e me ko me dofu na mete ama bonsu shi na mete na mete na ma so na ga shi na ma so hin na me pa fe mu shi ga me so am ke lo e ba wo bi e ne show na am ga prego e konklu shi am let na ga na agba ye hi no na agba yo ye nwe fiti am problem ya me ntumu ni ai no e ba la ga shi am bo nyomo no am pa na me shi lati esuna me ba na ba bijin wo ntumu wo tumu no ni na tumu na me jemna nte lati am bijin tumu shi na what me like me ni yo mi ni ameye ni amekenu amefio no ji na amefio ni amepa no yue fun amepa no amechi ame yewo be fun gbe na efe na agba ayi me ko ma pla me ko me fin no le state no ametu le balaga shi be wo yin jin lo lupa yen yo bi na me ka amesumu na ba na ka ni ko ye bi ene no na wolele bibi ji ne ko me fe se ame akeshika ayo na ka luwe na mekeba no amlete na me na ame stop wa me na anga wa fi bi ne don anga ka ba no akpoto ko me una loe afite ko me ni to anga shi ko ogba aba fitele
o light fish no gba wa na ji e fite sho yani woni bi am ye chake wa ye wonu chumu aga nye sho afi be le ke wana kankamba wana lu slot aga ko ba o kokule a she go ga yo shina bi ne lela ti woni na ga ni bi fence efo ke she na ga zizi bi mo bo mu ye wulemi ona ni ke bi a ne tu na lo bi fi ne ma mi nyoko ma no esefu ebetu wenu chumu e chake kra o life tu ble ma wo ya woni ana lo mu fi amuna shika na ne bele na onu shi be me ko ni ne ke o ko la shoji yaji ne polibi bi ba mpe amenga moni ba na ma me na no lo fi onu chumu le chake che.
Here in Jamestown Beach claim they do not allow light fishing and they are not ready to encourage light fishing. So any fisherman with the intention of bringing out light fishing here in Jamestown Beach should delete it in mind. I am Tete Raphael.
One topic that has come under a lot of attack is the issue of the legalization of the LGBTQ rights in Ghana. The pride rights community in Ghana are of the view that they have rights to association and believe that their sexual orientation is entirely their decision. Some political, religious, traditional individuals and the public have heavily criticized this act. The following report has more.
The LGBT and pride community in recent times have gained prominence in the world. This follows many endorsements from high-profile people and celebrities alike. This community is a loosely defined grouping of people. This community is a loosely defined grouping of transgender, bisexual, gay, lesbian, and transsexuals. They generally celebrate pride, diversity, individuality, and sexuality. News broke over the week that an office has been commissioned in Ghana to aid the activities of the LGBT+ community in Ghana. According to reports, this occasion saw the attendance of some foreign diplomats and dignitaries. One organization that has been in the front line against the legalization of the activities of the LGBT+ community here in Ghana have been religious bodies. My colleague, Nanyema Collison, in an interview via Zoom with the General Secretary for the Concerned Clergy Association of Ghana and Head Pastor for Garden Chapel International, Reverend Jonathan Yao Dr. Blay, he disclosed that
we are not saying that they don't have their right. Everybody has their right to do whatever they want to do. As a matter of fact, if you and your other colleague man decided to go into your bedroom to do something, nobody will come there to see what you are doing inside your bedroom because it's a private matter. In that case, you have your right to do whatever you want to do inside your bedroom. But what we are saying is that we don't come and do those things publicly. Things that are done in privately between two men or two women. If nobody sees you, it's like you've been going to do something like, let's say, armed robbery. Though it's offense against our laws in Ghana. But if you manage to rob somebody, if nobody sees you, nobody allows cut you, goes free. Because you went and do that. So what we are doing, what we are saying is that to make this thing whole thing publicly is against our laws. Because when you read our laws, the Criminal Code, 1960 section 104, who talks about the carnal knowledge laws, it's seriously speaking against those things. So we as a clergyman are saying that since it's against our laws as a nation, our culture, our way of living, there's no way we should allow it to be done in public. Because if you give that go ahead, it means that you are going to introduce something strange to our society that is not what our culture, our way of life is. So that's the reason why we are saying, yes, you may have your right to do whatever you want to do, but if the right is against the laws of the nation, that right, it ceases to be a right. It ceases to be a right. So we love them as a man of God. In fact, it's our duty to talk to them, to preach to them the love of Christ. If I know that maybe my colleague or my friend is in that situation, I have to approach him to tell him that, my friend, this is and that is what the Bible says. You have to show them the love of Christ. But these people, what they are doing, they don't even know that what they are doing is, in the first place, is a sin to them. Because they think that it's their right, they want to do whatever. But we are governed by rules and laws in this nation.
As this issue is of national interest, my colleague Raphael Tete was at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle to also elicit the thoughts of some Ghanaians, and this is what they had to say.
From say, if I say Rolly special manifi, I be pim Samre, you know. Me who say Sabakwa Semuno, a bu or say Bema and the Bema Timida, and Oba and Oba Timida, and I mean who be so a Bible. And let's say, sir, I saw before a Christian for a certain penny phone, no matter that, sorry, Brown, or also more sorry, Tia, Sanya Mano, because I think I see at the more minor.
We have already completed it all. Because being that kind of a act is very bad. It's very bad. It's not something advisable. So we youth, because it's been they have turned it to a practice where a man and a man marry each other, do all sort of rubbish, and which is not done that way. So to me, it is not advisable at all.
The alleged office have been raided by security officials and have been locked down. Some Ghanaians are of the candid view that the government should introduce stringent measures to annihilate the activities of the LGBT+ community here in Ghana before things worsen.
Now, commuters and residents around the Accra General Post Office have raised concerns over a deep hole posing as a death trap to them on the Asafo-Achenete Road. Now, according to them, it's been months now since the road has been in such a sorry state. No attention has been given to it, and as such, they are calling on the appropriate authorities to get it fixed before the unfortunate happens. Isaac Otu has more on this report.
The Asafo-Achenete Road is one of the principal roads in the Ashiedu-Keteke sub-metro and leads to the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. The deep hole, according to residents of the community, started as a small pothole in the middle of the road about 2 years, but was given no attention and has expanded over time and currently occupies a greater portion of the road, leaving little space for vehicles to safely ply. This situation has been devastating for about 2 years, with no attention given to it by either local authorities or the relevant government agencies. There is a looming disaster that could occur anytime soon, as this deep hole doubles as a death trap. It is particularly dangerous at night since there are no street lights to warn drivers of the danger ahead of them. Some commuters spoke to the news team.
I am remember that so many years, but authorities are more Ghana and paying for highways and paying for found but omo expect say nipa bewu amasemesi ansana omo hu sabi enimdia be de baba ye masa amra hu no is very bad, very bad. Say ye ka say nyame fa bimba na ka bi the speed na wonim samna no ho a obokum nipa
me wona ke ka ba fi trouble agbo an kokko accident ba ni ekrete bi ene on pa fa sana bo modern na ba fi sometime lolly fitri ya ge boko ba agbe mi o ba wo no boko sometime ba le we ba ni gbe o ba wo no o more than fi lolly 3 de gbe mi no wo no e bi ene to mo be ni traffic e choke ke traffic e choke ni again ame ha shi lolly e me ni fi ya fi gidi na ni ya wa me fi o ame ha shi be no ana cafe ge mo go gbe mi boko ba ni eni ni fi ba balance.
Prince Quarte is assembly member for the electoral area. According to him, all attempts to get the menace faced has proven futile.
I think it's here for over 2-3 years. Well, I've informed the authority to come and have a look at it, but still there is no progress. I'm in the sub-committees which work on these things, which is the works. So during the one committee meeting, the engineer who normally work on these chamber breakages and then damaging of road or dilapidated roads, I informed them. But they told me they are now working at Okankwe South. The contract that has been given to them is now Okankwe South. So later they will come and attend to me because I have a lot of damages of this kind of chambers within my electoral area. So I'm hoping and praying that they will come to my aid.
Or you're still watching the evening news here on Adoatv. We'll be right back after this break with some more news.
Supa na wanya pomuden se wo benum nso a hwe hu se eye mega purified mineral water eye nso a yeto ne baby pa asaso ne so se kroje se wonya mega purified mineral water bogu ubu a wo see you manum supa mega mineral water de edanso esan say the modern technology so na aye ede ne nkabia ne atri mega purified mineral water bacteria na mhen wa bewrem eye very hygienic obia di wadanse mega mineral water neatly packaged for 500 ml bottles. Na wani boswa na ukondonsio wobenya mega purified mineral water to bebia to phone call dodowa amount Tipa Junction and now for 050-7055-409 and now 055-392-1088 mega purified mineral water akona kono.
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240-926-564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emils Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
Well, thanks for staying with us. You're still watching Evening News here on Adoatv. Now let's go on to some business news. And after being badly hit by the pandemic due to lockdowns, measures and restrictions on trade, new data shows taxes generated from trade with other countries have rebounded strongly, a feat the Bank of Ghana has attributed to the effective revenue collection method implemented through the Integrated Customs Management Systems, ICAMS. According to the bank's quarterly bulletin report, taxes generated from international trade with the stated period jumped to 3.3 billion Ghana cedis from 1.2 billion Ghana cedis the previous quarter. This represents 176.3% more than the budget target of 1.2 billion Ghana cedis for the period. The Bank of Ghana says the sector's impressive performance can be credited to increased revenue from cost, insurance, and freight (CIF), and the newly instituted ICAMS, which has introduced changes in the revenue collection system and increased monitoring by various bodies and agencies.
The development is positive news for the economy, especially when compared to the first quarter bulletin report that showed taxes generated from international trade recorded 829.7 million cedis, lower than the budget target of 1.2 billion cedis, with total import duty falling 34% lower and recording a year-on-year decline in growth of 42.5%, all due to the closure of the country's borders. Despite international trade rebounding strongly, other sources of revenue continue to deplete, a sure indication that these sectors have still not been able to pick up the pieces after they were wrecked by the effects of the pandemic. For example, taxes on domestic goods and services recorded revenue of 3.4 billion cedis, which is 20.8 percentage points lower than the program target of 4.3 billion cedis. This tax component comprised excise duty and petroleum tax, VAT collections, national health insurance levy, get fund levy, as well as communications service tax. Petroleum taxes, which constituted 83.1% of excises, missed a target of 1.15 billion cedis by 55.7 percentage points as it recorded revenue of 510.1 million. Again, VAT collections missed a targeted budget of 2 billion by 8.9 percentage points. This was occasioned by lower than expected external VAT collections of 572.1 million cedis against the target of 927.4 million cedis. Non-tax revenue also followed in the same path by generating 1.5 billion cedis, representing 26.3% lower than the programmed target of 2.1 billion for the third quarter of 2020. Other revenue streams, such as the Energy Sector Levy Act, also saw a decline of revenue to 530 million cedis for the review period against a target of 730.4 million cedis. This, the report attributes mainly to lower than anticipated demand in petroleum products due to impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic. However, taxes from income and property during the third quarter recorded revenue of 4.9 billion, marginally higher than the programmed target of 4.9 billion cedis. The increase, according to the central bank, was on account of improved collections in self-employed taxes as well as other direct taxes by 47.6% and 30.5% respectively. Government, however, has through the first quarter budget expressed confidence that the revenue situation will get better in the fourth quarter through to the end of this year, banking such hopes on increased activity in the
Well, now the Chartered Institute of Bankers, CIB, has in its 2020 extensive review iterated that profitability, which is key to every bank's health and growth, should not be overridden by other factors such as brand's promise, integrity, constant innovation, and adherence to ethics. The Institute, in nudging banks to stay true to customers, are of the belief all banks must consolidate their gains, confidence of customers and businesses in the banking sector, as well as reaffirming that banking thrives on the confidence, poise, and self-assurance that stakeholders, customers, and clients have in bankers. The statement added that apart from the knowledge, skills, and technical expertise professionals in the industry possess, there is need to exhibit integrity in order to gain the confidence of the public.
The Chartered Institute of Bankers Ghana noted that banks must be more innovative in these trying times to drive their markets. Mr. Charles Ofori Akwa, CEO of CIB Ghana, said bank innovation must be original and more effective, and as a consequence that breaks into the consumer market and business society. He was of the view that banks must strive to improve on their innovations to attract, retain and grow customers and businesses into banking space, and for that matter, raise their confidence the more in Ghana's economy. The Institute believes that investment in human capital development must run along with technology to create agile businesses and sustain profitability, because a workforce well-resourced with digital skills is capable of mastering and navigating technology in the business of banking. The Institute also added that as organizations deploy more sophisticated technologies as a catalyst for improved performance, criminals and criminal organizations, by their praying eyes, also sense an opportunity. Digital transformation has therefore also created new vulnerabilities which criminal groups are quick to exploit and monetize. The Chartered Institute of Bankers Ghana says it is aligning its professional education to these new megatrends and have embarked on a major curriculum review of the Associate Banker program. The Institute further said it will use its continuing professional development programs to help practitioners upskill and, where required, reskill to secure their job roles.
And that's it for business. We'll be right back with some sports news, so stay tuned.
John, what's in you? Eddie, what boy Juma? I check a roofing now. Oh, you fell one casa from Asatec. Oh, now Simon, roofing is a baby bray, nice. Why the catch rail? Asatec roofing sheet today, and you're nice keke with the bodan swa a chee and renache. They want to call us a hood of a fair be bray. No one free roofing sheet, no dear. Who near that will be out? Now, so the bodan swa a year so pampe. Which means which wrong when send your open roofing sheet to you try the summer pepe. Mama poor Asatec money there. One of my technical advice now estimate free. Professional installers and so on your on-site installation. Oh yes, quality and with that feminine. Asatec 5 days pay now can order. Now a year after sales service proper binso. Sheshe Asatec Watema Community 2, Meridian Road, a Benkoko Board Warehouse, Western Region. So Asatec Watakra de Anaji, Yeni Princeland Hotel and Edition, and a Volta Region, Yawo Akachi South District Assembly Kwainosua.
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240 926 564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emils Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
Numun super na wanya pomuden. Se wo benum nso a, hwe hu ni se eye mega purified mineral water. Eye nso a yetu ni baby pa. Asaso ni so se kronje. Se wonya mega purified mineral water bogu ubu a, wo see you manum super. Mega mineral water de edanso. Esan say the modern technology so na ye. Ede na nkabia ni atri. Mega purified mineral water. Bacteria na mhenu aberem. Eye very hygienic. Obia di wadanse. Mega mineral water neatly packaged for 500 ml bottles mu. Na wani boswa na ukon donsio. Wobenya mega purified mineral water to bebia. To phone call Dodowa amount 40 per junction. Ana fre 050-7055-409. Ana 055-392-1088. Mega purified mineral water. Akona kono.
Thanks for staying with us. You're watching Evening News here on Adoatv. Now let's do some sports. The national under-20 team, the Black Satellites, have qualified to the semi-finals of the Confederation of African Football Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations in Mauritania. The Satellites defeated the Young Lions of Cameroon in the quarter-final game on Thursday, 4-2 on penalties. The game ended 1-1, with both sides scoring in the extra time of the game. Now, let's stay on sports one more time. And the Ghana Premier League side, Mediama SC, has announced the departure of its coach, Samuel Boadu. Boadu on Wednesday, February 24, 2021, resigned from his position as the head coach of the Mauve and Yellow after being with the club since 2017. His resignation comes after the club's 2-0 victory over 11 Wonders in the Ghana Premier League Matchday 16 game on Wednesday afternoon. He left the club third on the league log after 16 games.
This current football season has seen a lot of coaches being sacked or switching clubs. Asante Kotoko, Hearts of Folk, among others, have sacked coaches this season. Mediama today has announced the departure of their coach, Samuel Boadu. Boadu joined the Takwa-based club in 2017 and successfully made them title contenders in his time there. The highly rated tactician is reported to have tendered in his resignation after growing unhappy with the club's decision to hire a technical director. His last game at the helm was on Wednesday, February 24, 2021, where Mediama beat 11 Wonders by 2-0 at the Akun Park. Boadu leaves the club in a very good position, having guided them to second on the Ghana Premier League table, just 2 points below leaders Karela United. Mediama confirmed the coach's departure on Thursday, February 25, 2021, and wished him well in his future endeavors. Meanwhile, reports in the local media suggest Boadu is the subject of a transfer tug-of-war between Hearts of Folk and Ashanti Gold. It remains to be seen which club he will join after resigning from Mediama.
Well, that's it for sports. We'll go for a quick break. We'll bring you entertainment right after that one. Well, now let's go into entertainment. The Ghanaian music industry has been overwhelmed with joy following the announcement made by global music streaming platform Spotify on Wednesday, 24th February 2021. The music streaming platform has indicated that it will launch its offices in 39 African countries in a matter of days. The expansion is aimed at introducing new features and upgrading its catalog to fit the new market.
In Africa today, the music streaming markets are Audiomack, YouTube, Apple Music, Shazam, and local music platforms such as MTN Music Times and Boomplay. However, the largest global music streaming platform, Spotify, has announced its intention to launch 8 offices across 39 African countries, including Ghana. In 2018, Spotify South Africa, Morocco, Egypt, Algeria, and Tunisia were the only countries having full access to Spotify features and upgrades. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, the entertainment industry of late has resorted to virtual concerts, and the launch will aim musicians to promote their brands beyond the borders of Africa. However, Adoatv's entertainment desk took to the streets of Accra to interact with the public on their expectations and whether or not the announcement is a joy.
Spotify is a great streaming platform, but then my problem is the subscription. Because here in Ghana, we love the free downloads, the Ghana Motions and the other platforms. But it depends on the marketing, how they are able to convince Ghanaians to subscribe to their packages. Because me, for instance, if I get a song on Ghana Motion, I wouldn't go and stream on Spotify. So I'll urge all the artists and the stakeholders in the industry to maybe organize a project to update Ghanaians on how Spotify works and the good offers they are willing to support the artist.
Ghana entertainment industry, most of us it's going down, especially to the upcoming artists. So the best way, if they are coming here to help, especially for the upcoming artists, it will be cool.
But that's it for entertainment. Now let's cross over to the international front, where hundreds of schoolgirls are feared to have been kidnapped in the northwestern state of Zamfara. At least 300 students were unaccounted for after Friday's morning attack by gunmen. A spokesperson for the state's governor has confirmed the attack but did not give details. Meanwhile, this is the latest mass abduction targeting schools in recent weeks, where armed gangs often keep school children in hostage for ransom. And that's it for the international news, and how we wrap up on the entire news segment this evening. My name is Reginald Adi, and the news was proudly brought to you by Migo Purified Water, Asatec Roofing Sheets and Cooking Utensils, and Blue City Fashion Makers. It is Friday. Have a lovely weekend and stay safe. Wear your mask and stay out of trouble.